Hello everyone, today is the 7th of July 2021. We are into the third trading day of the week. So in this video, we are going to run you through our 5 most focused markets. We have the Euro dollar, the gold, the Nasdaq, US oil and Bitcoin. We're going to start off with the dollar index. So yesterday, we saw that the dollar went up, but somehow found a bit of resistance at the top and came down a little bit. So that's actually right at the top of a descending triangle as you can see. And of course within the supply zone, and as much as the price is still trading within the supply zone and of course at the top of the of this structure, we are definitely still going to look for selling opportunity, as in we'll be selling the dollar and of course buying pairs like Euro US dollar, right? And so that's for the dollar, and we just want to keep that in mind. Alright, let's move on to the Euro against the US dollar. Alright, so for the Euro against the US dollar, so just like the dollar index, alright, the Euro dollar came down, alright, found support at the previous low, right at the demand zone again. And as of today, right now, there hasn't been much trend yet. So that could mean that we might have an opportunity to buy Euro US dollar right at the low here right now. Alright, but anyway, yesterday we are actually looking to buy already because the price is actually climbing upwards. You know, there is forming higher highs and higher lows, supported by trend lines, of course. But then it just went crashing down all of a sudden. Maybe it's just what happens just prior to the FOMC, alright? But tonight, later on, we still have the FOMC. Very important news to take note of. Alright, so in any case, it crashed down, but it still found support at the bottom right here. So I don't think that this means that the price will just keep going down, as long as it is still able to find supports. And I mean, in a bigger time frame, nothing much really has changed. Just a bearish candle coming down, not too strong, found support, and of course that will means we can still look for buying opportunity. So right now it is still sitting at the support, but we just want to keep in mind that the price may still continue to go even lower until it really touches the bottom of the symmetrical triangle. There's a possibility that we might see the price inch down a little bit lower, because right now, right, you want to take note that this support is still at the previous low and it has not been broken. And the market always has a sort of behavior where it tries to break the low at first, but then if it dig a fake out and comes back all the way. So since I don't really find a very good entry right now, I think I might go with this plan, which is to wait for the price to make a fake breakout, alright, and somewhere right here, alright, maybe 1.7885 and just nearby, I will try to go for a buy. I'll try to go for the buy. And in terms of the stop loss, I think just right below this low right here will do, but that might means the stop loss might be too huge. Let me just check it out. Right, that would be about 50 to 60 pips. As much as possible, I want it to be tighter, maybe just 30, at the most 40. So maybe somewhere at 1.7055 or 1.1760 will be good enough. As for the targets, I think first we can look at this area. Alright, obvious support turn resistance level. Alright, so this could be the first level. And going higher, of course, into this zone, this supply zone right here again, and another strong supply supports previously. So this will be the second level. This will be about, that's really 100 over pips. I think that this can be the final targets. With the FOMC, it is possible for Euro dollar to jump that much. So I think that will just be our final targets. Alright, so that is pretty much the plan for Euro US dollar for today. So let's move on to the gold. Alright, so for the gold, in the daily time frame, well, what we are seeing is a pretty bullish run right here. And if we look at the current candlestick, the candlestick that's formed yesterday, there was a very strong bullish trend upwards towards the top of this channel right here. It actually shot into this supply zone, but it was rejected as well, came down, and this morning it is already climbing again. So let's take a look at the 4-hourly time frame. what really happens is that the price reached this supply zone. All right, the seller coming in, price came down, found support again at this important resistance turn support level. All right, got supported, rebounded off, and now it is starting to go up again. So I think right now for the gold, it might be a good time to actually buy right now. Let's take a look at the 1 hourly time frame. All right, suppose to say that we are really bullish on the gold, and if you were to buy right here, this could really be the trading plan. I mean, when the gold starts to trend, it can be really fast. Alright, in terms of the support, if you plan to buy right now, seriously, the support can be just right below the previous low here, and that will be a lot already. You see, that's already 115 pips. Okay, it could even be just below the low right here. Okay, so it really depends. First level, alright, back into the supply zone right here. Alright, since there's quite a bit of rejection. What I just want to share with you guys, yesterday I did talk about gold for quite a while, is that this area itself, you see, once the price break out of this supply zone, it will be able to go up without too much of a resistance. There will be huge pips for us to make from this trade. And seeing what's going on right now, I do think that there's a possibility for this to happen, right? But once it reach this equilibrium level, definitely we will face very strong resistance as well. So with the FOMC tonight, I think this is possible, right? We can try to buy right now at the low, which is, I mean, it is still quite at the low price. We can try to buy right now, see if by today it can actually shoot all the way back to the top here. I know that might be a bit too much. Maybe we can just put out a Fibonacci, right, from the high to the low, and the 61.8%, somewhere right here is about 1854. I think this can be our final target. But if we just want to base on the daily average volume, from today's low all the way to the high will be about 250. Well, that will be the top of this supply zone already. If you want to be really conservative, right, this is where you can take profit, 1820. As you know that when the market trends something like this, right, this can be as high as $50, 500 pips. Alright, so it is really up to you. But I think at the very least, we want to look at maybe the 50% pullback. That will at least still give us about $40. So that's pretty much the trading plan for the gold for today. Alright, you can choose to buy right now. But otherwise, we can just wait for pullback again. Alright, a little bit back to the bottom here will be good enough. Alright, if it's able to come back down to somewhere here, alright, stop loss just slightly below here, and that will do. Alright, so that's for the gold. Moving on, we have the Nasdaq. Alright, so for the Nasdaq, yes, we are waiting for a pullback. Yesterday there was quite a strong pullback after it tries to break higher again, but then the pullback did not really reach the level we want. But I can see that it is actually, it kept rebounding off from the moving averages right here. So this is what's going on right now. But I think the Nasdaq right now is really good, reaching a high, a very overbought area. So if we look at what's happening right now, there really isn't much that we can do other than waiting for the pullback. Hopefully it can retest this area itself, where we also have a moving average as a support. That's where you can go in for the buy again, and not like trying to go and chase the market right now. I definitely don't recommend it. If let's say the plan is to buy right at this level, alright, stop loss you got to be at least just right below the this moving average, or rather right below this low, who knows, right? And target wise, you just hold as much as you can, or based on the average volume of every trend, right? This is this much. If it's able to pull back to this level, then you can just duplicate this, and this will bring us all the way to about 14,930. I can just put 14,900. Alright, and that will be the plan. Alright, very straightforward for the Nasdaq. Alright, so let's move on. US oil. So for the US oil, yes, we're also waiting for the pullback and the buy, and there was a very, very strong pullback. It went crashing down. Alright, crashed all the way, and actually broke out of this rising channel, right? If you go to the 4-hourly time frame, alright, this is a rising channel. He actually broke out of it. wow, so I mean, this is really a strong breakout. But if we just remove all these drawings right here and just simply looking at the moving average, you can see that it is still supported within this region, right? This zone created in between these two moving averages, and obviously within this area is a very strong demand as well. So we can already see that the price is already rebounding off. So I think as it touches this level right here, all right, right now it could be a resistance. Hopefully there's a pullback, and if it retests the low again, I think that will definitely provide us with an opportunity to buy. Let's take a look at the 1 hourly time frame and see where exactly we can attempt to buy again. Alright, I think right now it's going up a little bit too much. You can go in, but the risk reward ratio will be greatly affected. But if it's able to just pull back, alright, maybe just pull a Fibonacci, hopefully somewhere at 61.8%, or between 50 and 61.8%, we can actually find an opportunity to buy if it pulls back to this level. Trading plan will still be, trying to buy at a better price. So maybe somewhere right here. My stop loss, right, somewhere near the previous low. Let me just look at the 4-hourly time frame again. All right, so that is that's still within. It's not conservative enough, I think. Let's say if it really come down again, we got to see how it's actually coming down. If it's coming down very fast, I don't think you will be able to hold at this level. It may go even lower until it really goes back into this zone, right, into the demand zone right at the bottom here. So I guess the trading plan will be as it goes back into this demand zone, touching this, this moving average, which is 126 days moving average, found support, and we saw some. If we see some reversal candle formation, that's where we can decide to buy. So the trading plan, right, is actually to buy really at the bottom of this demand zone. Stop loss, just somewhere right here, and take profit wise. Okay, first level, I think back to the top right here to the resistance level, and if it's able to go all the way up, of course that will be the best. So that will be the final target. I mean, it will be back to the major equilibrium. Honestly, if it comes down, we want to always pull out Fibonacci and check out where is the 61.8%, and that could be our final targets. So it really depends. I mean, if it's able to rebound from here, then our final target should be at the 61.8% level, right? And that will be about 75.4. So that is the plan for the US oil. Try not to chase it. If it pulls back, you want to try it to buy again. Just go ahead and try it. And if it comes down further, then do make sure you have enough to make a second attempt. All right. So last but not least, we have the Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin is still consolidating. All right, still quite whippy. And right now it has again rebounded off from the bottom. Let's look at the the daily time frame. Alright, so as you can see, it is still consolidating within this small little symmetrical triangle. So but it reach the top again, retest, not sure if it will come down again. In this case, we are still looking for buying opportunity, right? Because end of the day, we are still seeing consistent rebound from the demand zone right at the bottom here. And price is heading upwards, still holding well. So if there's opportunity to buy, we'll definitely do so. And in the 4-day time frame right now, well, there isn't really much of a good entry at all, because we are, as you can see, this level right here, right, pretty important support and resistance level throughout. So right now it's already reaching this level, and if we are looking to buy, then obviously we don't want to buy right now. So the only thing I can think of is again waiting for a pullback, maybe somewhere to the bottom again. So the trading plan, trying to wait for the pullback. All right, based on what we see, this is where we want to buy. Stop loss, of course, all right, somewhere at the low right here. Targets, first level, okay, back to this resistance level, right, somewhere near to the top of the symmetrical triangle. And once it breaks out of it, then we can look all the way into this supply zone at the top. And of course, this is also right at this trend line. And you can see this is the entire consolidation, the entire range. So our final targets will be right at the top of the range. where we also see important supply zone right here, because this is where the price break out of this trend and just went down and consolidated, and has never come back to this level yet. Right, so this will be important supply zone. Once you reach this level, then it's about time for us to sell. So this is the trading plan for the Bitcoin. And so with that, that's all we have for today. Right, so do take note that today we have the FOMC meeting. Right, as you can see on Thursday, right, later on 2 a.m. FOMC meeting minutes. But we don't have the decision. So, but at the end of the day, it's still very important. Market is still weighing on what's the perspective of the FOMC in terms of the labor markets, the inflation, and what are their plans for the interest rates, and of course the tapering of the QE right now. Right, so that's all, and thank you so much for watching. If you like our video, do hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. So see you again tomorrow.